My name is Samantha O'Donnell.
My name is Zoey San.
My name is Nwadike.
We are Group 12, and our public health issue is physical inactivity in adults. The definition of physical activity is any bodily movement during leisure time that requires energy and expenditure. This is a significant problem in public health worldwide, especially affecting adults who are at a greater risk for chronic disease. There are an abundance of benefits to physical activity. It is essential to note that even small amounts can have benefits for health, making it an achievable goal for most people. Despite the numerous health benefits, many adults remain inactive and live a sedentary lifestyle. Epidemiology is important to recognize and measure how big of an issue is at hand in order to identify solutions. Inadequate physical activity is the fourth leading risk factor for mortality and contributes to approximately 3.2 million deaths each year. Roughly 25% of adults are physically inactive. All of this data shows how inactivity is a nationwide problem. This graph displays the prevalence of physical inactivity among U.S. adults through a percentage. States depicted in a dark red are over 30%, being the highest, and those in green are 15 to 20%, being the lowest.
Overall, non-Hispanic Asian adults had the lowest prevalence of physical inactivity outside of work, followed by non-Hispanic whites, and Hispanic adults with the highest. The gaps in prevalence between race and ethnicity further prove that physical inactivity is an issue. Current approaches are working towards eliminating barriers to provide everyone equitable access to physical activity and healthy lifestyles. Current approaches to promote physical activity in adults include community-based interventions, workplace programs, national initiatives, public funding, and inclusive access aimed at increasing opportunities for physical activity. This slide lists some examples of these programs. Another current approach is the encouragement of daily exercise, which addresses physical activity at an individual level. Other individual level interventions include motivational counseling and self-monitoring. The national recommendation for adults, including those with chronic illness and disabilities, to exercise is 150 minutes of moderate intensity physical activity and 2 days of muscle strengthening activity. Another current approach in community design, which addresses physical inactivity at a community level by designing local areas with accessible features like parks, safe streets, trails, and greenways. In this graph, many counties and communities have adopted the complete street policy, which is a street design and land use policy that allows people to travel safely and easily through other modes of transportation besides a car. Designing communities to provide access to these safe spaces for everyone increases physical activity, provide better places to live, and improve health equity.
Another approach is community-level programs known as Walk or Move audits. America Walks is a national community-based program which advocates for advancing equitable and walkable places in communities across the United States. The graph on the left depicts the percentage of adults who engage in no leisure time physical activity in 2016 with 24.2%, while the graph on the right displays the percentage of adults who engage in no leisure time physical activity in 2021 with 23.7%. Although there's been an increase over the span of 5 years, more progress can still be made. Some more ways is by making physical activity more accessible through more walkable public spaces or implementing physical activity breaks in the workplace. There are many accessible options for the public to engage in, which could act as treatment for the issues such as public parks, hiking trails, physical education classes, and more. Although there are many accessible options for physical activity to improve health outcomes, there are still many barriers, especially for racial and ethnic groups, which show the need for more investment. Overall, physical inactivity, we can determine physical inactivity as a significant public health issue through data and epidemiology. Regular physical activity has numerous benefits for both immediate and long-term health. By incorporating activity into daily routines, individuals can improve their overall health and reduce their risk of numerous chronic diseases.